Hey, Chef, cook that shit up. Hey, Chef, cook that shit up.
Within the game.
Hey, Chef, cook that shit up.
Great play call, great pass, great reception. That play had it all.
Hey, Chef, cook that shit up.
like a superhero on that run.
Hey, Shep. Cook that shit up.
Customize your game to fit you from your experience accessibility settings.
This is a special presentation of EA Sports from the Coliseum in Oakland. Our tribute to the coach, the John Madden Legacy Game. I'm Brandon Gaudin here to take you through the proceedings. And coming up, we're going to tell the story of a man who was truly larger than life and whose impact on the sport of football certainly is going to live on for decades and decades to come. Now, we've assembled a couple of rosters featuring some of Coach's favorite players from both yesterday and today. And Coach himself will be on the sidelines for both squads, trying to motivate his guys to victory. And I'm joined now by my good friend Charles Davis. CD, your thoughts on John Madden and what he meant to the sport he loves so much?
For me, Brandon, it's the word joy. He brought that to the game of football, brought the game to so many people. He stayed involved his entire life. But moving forward, when you think of football, you're always going to think John Madden.
Coliseum back to its original 70s glory. What a scene in the East Bay, and we're underway in the John Madden Legacy Game. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So it's the NFC stars who will get the ball first. And Charles, as we alluded to, we've got a different era of coach on each sideline. So the man coaching this NFC squad, we'll call him Young John Madden. This is a coach who was trying to
teams have mini camps. One of the first to film practice because he wanted to practice coaching as much as he could. And his teams, they were successful right from the start of his head coaching tenure.
Of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they go play action with Favre. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So as we mentioned at the top, let's take you through the life of John Madden. And you know, it's very fitting that we're here back in the Bay Area. Not just because John's so associated with Raider football, but also because this was where he spent his formative years.
Daly City with his buddy John Robinson, who would also become an NFL head coach. He played his high school ball at Jefferson High, eventually wound up playing tackle at the University of Oregon, and later Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. Played well enough that in 1958, he was a 21st round draft pick of the Philadelphia Eagles. That's right, he drafted 30 rounds then.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And they'll accept that penalty. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. Well, they're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you in trouble.
Inside to give to Dickerson. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. But Charles, you mentioned Coach was a 21st round draft pick back in 1958. It was the Philadelphia Eagles who selected him. But unfortunately for John, knee problems, they just continued to dog him. He was hurt in his first training camp. Actually never saw the field as a player in the NFL. But it was still during his time with the Eagles, you and I were talking about this before going on air, that you could start to see the light bulb going on for what his career path might entail.
Hey, chef. Cook that shit up. 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 Hey, chef. Cook that shit up.
Time to decide how you're gonna make your Madden NFL 23 debut. You could put yourself back on head on over to the main.
Stay
Cashapp. Fuck that shit up. Hey, Chef. Cook that shit up.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tennessee Titans. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. We've got a good matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks. Randy Bullock has us all set, and we are underway from Nashville, Tennessee. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Hurts. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll buy some time right. And right away, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, he'll give him that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
They'll run for it. Here's Joe. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Let's get some points on the board there. And he will lose yardage here at the 31-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
They just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. Well, he's already shown on this opening drive that he will run the football. We know that about him, Charles. So maybe when he gets outside the pocket, the defense a little wary about the run, and he's able to convert the pass.
And that wariness will often cause you to be a step.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, now what do? Do you run it again? Didn't have success there, or do you throw it?
Yeah, I think in play action right now. Fake it and get a quick pass to your favorite receiver and just try and gain some yardage and help out your punter.
Now, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here we go.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got him in. Complete. 30. 10. Touchdown Titans. Traylon Burks. 94 yards. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that. Defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. Gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
The missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. We're scoreless after 1. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amari Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 33. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Here's Walker to start the drive. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They begin with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Sticking with Walker on second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there in that carry. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line. Some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful.
6-0 our score after 1. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points. A first down carry for Henry. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Brandon Graham, great pursuit there, getting the tackle for loss.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 44 24 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Henry up the middle. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Snap it to Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And get this up to midfield.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, off into great success.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up second down. From the 50, it's Smith. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Throwing on third down, Smith. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. "19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson out to his left. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. This offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure they're friends from the defensive side.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A really good pickup of 28 yards. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, but both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're over 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They run it again with Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some space. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 42 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on fourth down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to note because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A big pickup of 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Gino. This one goes underneath to Walker. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Here's Walker. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They begin this drive with Chubb, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there, a jumbo package look. And again, it's Chubb. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yards.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Hey, Shep. Cook that shit up.
Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that flag accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Hey, Shep. Cook that shit up.
From the 16, Watson. They'll roll him out right. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Chubb will try the middle here. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And Watson's going to throw it here. sliding out of the pocket. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Browns have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
There to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Brownsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And partner, why would they? for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
Hey, chef. Cook this shit up.
Is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. Has us all set, and we are underway from Nashville, Tennessee. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll start on the ground, Hall, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack in the contest.
Here's 2nd and 10. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Throwing is Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Inside handoff, Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Again to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. From the gun, here's Tannehill. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. But Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
Now a handoff to Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Tannehill. Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 4th down, Tannehill. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he will take this touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We score with offense. Can you keep up with us?
Pick six, they'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. Play action. It's Smith. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45 out of bounds at the 44.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense. And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hall again. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I like but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. To the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
Tannehill on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs of getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DJ Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ball banked way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
This one winds up to be incomplete.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish it not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL. And it's a presentation of EA Sports. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
There are times to run that fake, and there are times to not run it.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Here's Trenton Cannon on the return from his end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
No chance to? What a short field if you turn the ball over to the other offense.
Steps away to his left.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. To throw on 2nd and 6. Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep.
Hey, Shep.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0.
It's all found its target.
And the final number on that throw, boy, it traveled an even 69 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hey, Shep. Put that shit up.
Derrick Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
As they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Henry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They run again with Walker. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. What they needed there, the drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's at the lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Henry. And this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Taking the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Hey, Shep. Put that shit up.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll roll him out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Tannehill now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Second half, close game, and we're certainly seeing some exciting plays, but it's really been the defensives. That's now back-to-back drives that have ended with interceptions.
Yeah, the guys on the other side of the ball, as we like to say, the defenders, they've been the difference makers for their teams. And when they're taking a game up to this kind of a level, I want to see what happens with these offenses. Can they match them as this game goes on? Or will the defenders continue to have full control of this one?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. They find some open field here. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
He's determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
There you go, right here.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, shut up.
But in this
Hey, shut
case,
up.
the free safety coming up and making the big time play.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds
Hey,
really
shut up.
generic and it sounds almost
Hey, shut up.
trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory.
This is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
All the way into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage, threw him for a loss.
Drive underway. And threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan card
Hey,
again,
shut up.
everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Smith. That's complete to his running back. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
2nd down. Here's Willis.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Look to throw. Going for Metcalf on a deep. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. On 1st down, it's Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
4th down, Willis.
He's going to try and go deep again. He's got him in, complete.
And he is going to pick up the Titans' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Down at the Cowboys' 26. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Right back to the air again with Willis.
This is caught. It's Woods. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's been in the back. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Henry up the middle. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll give Henry another shot, and this time he is in. Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Comes out to the 40-yard line, so a good opportunity for this offense. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Berrios now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. At the 41-yard line. Prescott. And he's caught by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running left, it's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Jets strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
That's very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
They need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Titans offense set to begin the drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Willis's throw into the hands of Hooper. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Throwing, Willis.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. No gain on the play there, second down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10.
Here's Willis. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line.
One final try here for Willis.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Jets with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level and take care of him first.
From the 45 on second down, Prescott will find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is...
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And that play just looked a little... Skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there. Someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide or protect what you've earned.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down to the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-numbing on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, half and a half, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found it. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 39 yards. And the Cowboys get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Moore now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
First down, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Kobe Bryant. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Gino. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Smith on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, the field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles. He's got him in, complete. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Noah Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 60 yards.
yards.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Prescott straight
interception there. That means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I think it's probably safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
To throw again on second down. Prescott, he'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 40 yards. And the Cowboys take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. The extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Barr to kick it away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This game has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points and there's some plays they can build on moments where the game plan
Cause